meet somebody that doesn't have their full hearing, right, that it's very eye-opening that, wow, I have always taken for granted those little tiny sounds, and you don't even think twice about them.
Before I knew Carmel, I was pretty naive to any sort of hearing loss, cochlear implant, or anything like that.
I had scarlet fever at 2 years old, and the antibiotics they provided at that time were too strong and impacted my hearing. And it's profound and higher frequencies, so all of the things that are of a higher pitch, I cannot hear at all.
When I was younger, I distinctly remember being able to hear birds. I can't pinpoint when I stopped being able to hear those things. It was really when people started to point it out to me that I was saying what a lot, asking people to repeat themselves.
My parents did not realize I had a hearing loss until I was about 4.
As people started to point it out, I would have random people I didn't know come up to me and ask me, why do you sound like you're deaf? Are you deaf? Why do you talk like a deaf person?
I was in public school systems, going through school just as any other child would. It wasn't ever something that was positioned as oh, we need to put you in a different program.
I went to Berrien Springs schools where they had a deaf oral program, and I spent part of my time with the deaf classes and part of my time with mainstream.
It is genetic. So I actually have gotten a gene panel testing done, and I know which gene is mutated.
It's really, really important for anybody that is thinking that they're having some change in hearing to come in and get a full audiologic evaluation. Then we can help guide you to what might be the best solution for you, and it's not the same for everybody. Your hearing loss is as different as your fingerprint.
I never had assistive hearing devices until I found out I was pregnant with my daughter and knew that I was going to need to have some help. When I met with Pam Keenan for the first time, and she went ahead and did my audiogram, and she had all of my history, and that was when she had continued on to say, well, I do think that you would be a fantastic candidate for cochlear implants.
For me, I'm hoping that the gene therapy route, once it's kind of more advanced in the next 5-10 years, would be a good route for me.
It's about a 2.5-hour procedure. You go home right away, and it's about a week to 2 weeks of healing, and it's about 1 month from activation.
I got my right side implant done when I was 36 years old, and then my left side when I was 39.
I was more nervous on activation day than I was for the surgery. And she had stated, we're with SH sound, shh, which has literally been silence for me. It was really overwhelming and really exciting.
It makes me really happy that my mom can hear me.